Hi, it's the Chappiness guy. So for the last few weeks, I've been reading this book. It's called Fighting the Migraine Epidemic. Complete guide on how to treat and prevent migraines without medication. The lady that wrote this book claims that if you follow her protocol, you can potentially heal migraines and migraine symptoms. So we're going to discuss how some of her protocol steps are quite, how would I put it, controversial. And we're going to discuss that next. So be ready for to be shocked. All right, guys. So, fighting the migraine epidemic, complete guide on how to treat and prevent migraines without medication. I've read many books regarding chronic illnesses, especially migraines, vestibular migraines, things like that. Some of them make emphasis on diet, and they make some points, for example, decreasing your salt intake. The reason why is because salt apparently causes dehydration in our system, and it can fluctuate the levels of fluid in our ears, causing vertigo, dizziness, things like that. So they said to decrease your salt intake to the point that you basically eliminate salt from your diet. This lady, Angela Stanton, PhD, states the opposite. She states that migraines are caused by electrolyte unbalance in our system, in our brain, and increasing salt intake actually helps with that. So she says that if you're feeling symptoms of a migraine, put a little bit of salt under your tongue. Also, she recommends drinking salt water. So you grab a 8-ounce glass of water and you put a pinch of salt in it, mix it up, and drink it at least 3 times a day. If you can do it more, apparently it's good. But she says that 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and night, and evening, work miracles. So that's a pretty easy step, not bad. She also states that we need to hydrate our body with foods and liquids that contain more good electrolytes. So she really recommends drinking cow's milk, whole milk if possible. This is controversial to me because most books that I read about migraines and chronic illnesses ask you to stay away from dairy and stay away from milk because it overproduces this mucus in our intestines that can affect they can trigger an autoimmune response in our bodies because our bodies are full of this mucus inside due to the dairy or the milk or the cheese that we're consuming. So it's I find it quite controversial that she says drink more milk. The whole time she's telling people to drink more milk. So I don't know how I feel about that. She also states not eating carbohydrates, which most of us thought that carbohydrates were maybe bread, cakes, baked goods, things like that. Apparently, fruits and veggies are also carbohydrates. So she's saying decrease the consumption of carbohydrates, including fruits and vegetables, which again is controversial because it goes against what I've read in other books that states, hey, eat more veggies, eat more fruit. She says don't do any smoothies or any juice or any shakes that include fruits and water or fruits and other liquids because apparently the glucose spikes insulin in our system. She said if you are to consume some fruits, very little amount of it, do it by consuming the whole fruit itself, not by mixing it with other things or blending it or juicing it with a juicer. Nothing like that. Just eat the whole fruit. She also states to stay away from blueberries and watermelons, which again, controversial because watermelons are a great source of electrolytes, but she said that they have too much sugar, so they have actually affect our system in a negative way. I don't know what to believe because for the last 6 months, I've been eating almost a whole watermelon to myself every single day. When I don't eat almost a whole one, I eat basically half of a whole watermelon by myself. And I've been feeling okay. She says that they can trigger a bigger migraine, that they can trigger dizziness, that they can trigger worse symptoms. But I've been feeling okay. I also drink the blueberry juice every single day, and I don't seem to have any side effects from it, or at least I don't think I experience any. But she's stating stay away from blueberries, especially blending or juicing them. So quite controversial, this book. She also recommends eating fatty meals or something that has protein and fat at night before bed. So the reason why is because apparently people that have migraine brains, our brain while we're sleeping is cleansing from toxins, and so it's detoxing, is doing a lot of other things in the background. And then because migraine brains use more power, our brains run out of power or out of voltage in the middle of the night. So you wake up at 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning, with symptoms, with a headache, with a migraine, with dizziness. And she says that that's because our brains run out of power quicker. So she recommends having a meal like she actually recommends drinking a whole glass of whole milk, cow's milk, before bed. But again, I'm trying to stay away from dairy from what I've read in other books. So quite controversial. So what I've been doing is I put a couple of chicken nuggets in the oven and eat them before bed, seeing if that helps. I don't know if it's helping or not, but I'm trying it out. So far she says quite controversial things that I don't know how I feel about. She says that celery also has taking it away from the fiber, so putting it in the juicer and drinking celery juice is not recommended. I don't want to say she says it's not healthy, because she doesn't say the word is not healthy. She just says it's not recommended. So she's going against a lot of things that I read in other books. So drinking milk, eating eggs, eating fatty foods, consuming yogurt, decreasing salt. I mean, increasing salt for her, but decreasing salt for other diets. The decreasing fruits. These are all really controversial points that they make. Okay, chronic illnesses are hard enough as they are, and especially when you mix diet into it, because you're very limited with what you are supposed to and not supposed to eat. So my diet is extremely clean. I try to eat whole foods as much as possible. I don't eat baked goods. I don't eat sugars, things like that. But I do eat a lot of fruits. I do drink a lot of water. I do drink celery juice, blueberry juice. I eat a lot of watermelon. So I don't know. Apparently I'm going against everything that this lady is saying that helps fighting the migraine epidemic. There are some reviews online that say that her protocols have helped many people. So I don't know. Maybe the secret is with what she's recommending: drinking more milk, eating more fatty foods, eating more eggs, decreasing fruits and veggies. And by the way, she does say that fruits and veggies have carbohydrates. So for the people that are vegan that say that they don't eat carbs, apparently it's a shock to find out that fruits and veggies are very high in carbohydrates. Not only refined carbohydrates like baked goods, bread, and things like that, but these are also fruits and veggies also carry high carbohydrate intake. And she also says stay away from grains, stay away from corn, stay away from rice, which other books state that you can eat corn and you can eat brown rice because they're very healthy for you. So I don't know what to believe. You guys, you try to eat what you know is best for your body. Try to eat whole foods as much as possible. And if you're gonna read this book, be prepared for a shock. So again, it's Fighting the Migraine Epidemic, Complete Guide on How to Treat and Prevent Migraines Without Medication, by Angela Stanton, PhD. Alright guys, find your happiness.